Ah, no, that way. That way. Whew. Oh my goodness. That is, I don't know. Perhaps that could be my favorite dinosaur art in Magic the Gathering, but Thundering Spineback, this is good for Stampede dinos. Now, it may not be the absolute best thing that I could possibly do, the best big and certainly costly creature, but this is, again, Stampede dinos, and it's not hard to make 7 mana pretty darn early. And there is a lot of little things that make me feel that Thundering Spineback is good. My oh my, it's yeah, tonight's fantastic dino action is, well, it's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Is Thundering Spineback completely necessary? Well, could I do something a little bit more specific, a little bit of interaction for an opponent, or I think that's a little bit too big. Let me check. Yeah, good enough, probably good enough, a little bit smaller. Okay. All right, Thundering Spineback doesn't do anything super flashy for a dinosaur deck. It makes other dinosaurs you control get +1/+1. You know, that's quite fantastic, especially when a deck like this has so many dinos. That's pretty valuable. I could reasonably have 4 or 5 or even more than that. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, putting all creatures onto the battlefield. It's going to be putting a lot of stuff, and if all that stuff is a dinosaur, and Thundering Spineback is part of that, it's like Thundering Spineback adds an extra 5 total power for, you know, a total of 10. Its own power, the Anthem effect to everybody else. It's pretty decent as well, and it is hasty. I would hope it has haste. With the 4 Palani's Hatcher or the 4 Regisaur Alpha, there's a very good chance, although I have mentioned it before, upping the number of other hasty things to 9, 10, a little bit more than 8 chances to give everybody else haste. Very, very valuable. But for tonight, the Spineback. So many things that are dinosaurs, so many dinosaurs that are multiple dinos in one. So 1 card, but I increase the overall power by 2 because it goes towards both of them. Palani's Hatcher, that is fantastic value. Palani itself plus the 2 eggs, the 1 egg becomes a 1/2, which is actually kind of hilarious. I can attack with it. I could kill an opponent with it, but then it hatches 1, so it becomes a 4/4. But even if it was just Palani's Hatcher and a Thundering Spineback put down by Ghalta, how amazing would that be? The Spineback powering Ghalta to a 13/13. Not that it really needs it, but Palani's Hatcher becoming a 6/4. Then it cracks an egg, which now becomes a 4/4. And a dinosaur egg that I didn't crack, a 1/2. You know what that is.
Ruthless aggression.
Absolutely ruthless aggression. And then it just gets even more devastating and deadly. Whenever I do the thing, whenever I have a ton of mana, which usually, often enough, tends to be the case, I want to always be using that mana on a big thing. I don't want too many small stuff, small creatures to rely on to get to the bigger plays, because the opponent kills them. So if I can get there at a similar rate or even a little bit sooner, I think it makes a whole lot of sense. Just focusing on the lands as well. Sunken Citadel, as always, supercharging, tapping for 2 mana for Castle Garenbrig's ability, an activated ability. And we just go off from there. But getting back to Thundering Spineback, you can pay 6 to create a 3/3 green dinosaur creature token with trample. But Thundering Spineback, other dinosaurs you control get +1/+1. Effectively, you're paying 6 to make a 4/4 dinosaur with trample and haste because of Palani's and Regisaur Alpha. But what recent addition from the big score cares about a creature entering with at least 4 power. That's what we're getting into. Vaultborn Tyrant. Not that I need all the card draw and life and whatnot, but it just elevates Vaultborn even more. There is an actual other reason for Thundering Spineback. Let's say things have gone bad. Oh, all I have is this and the Vaultborn Tyrant. I draw land, let's say a forest. Sometimes that does still happen, even with a deck that only has 20. Oh, and we upped the average mana value to 5.1. Oh boy, how will I ever cast my stuff? It's got to be basically impossible. That's a joke. If any of you have been watching, you know it can happen. But Vaultborn, we start off the turn with only this and the Thundering Spineback. There it is. It has an activated ability that costs mana. That activated ability costs a total of 6. Castle Garenbrig has an ability to make 6 green for creatures or their activated abilities. So Castle Garenbrig's ability pairs perfectly with Spineback to make a 4/4 dinosaur with trample, sometimes haste. But we're doing its ability and we're gaining 3 life and drawing a card. So it's 6, but it's not actually 6 because Sunken Citadel, 2 mana plus 2 forests, and Castle Garenbrig, 4 lands in total tapped to make the 6 green, 4 lands tapped to make a 4/4 trample, possibly haste, gain 3 life, draw a card. I don't know about you, but that seems pretty darn fantastic. We just have a sink, even if we don't have the Vaultborn Tyrant, just always putting a creature out. Sometimes I could be tapping 3 lands to make a 4/4 trample. That's pretty good. 2 Sunken Citadels and a Castle Garenbrig. There could be a very real possibility I get so much mana that I could make 2 tokens in a single turn. We'll see, but it's a lovely mana sink. It's the creature type of the deck. It could get haste. It makes creatures that are big enough to trigger Vaultborn Tyrant. It's all these little points that add up, even though it is a very expensive creature. It's hard to top its potential, and it lines up quite nicely indeed. Otherwise, nothing much has changed. I got my final 4th Torpor Orb. If I do face Amalia Explore, entering the battlefield, triggering, she gets big. Eventually, she gets to 21 power, I believe it is. Blows it up. That deck cares about creatures entering, triggered abilities to gain life, to start the cycle for Amalia. So we shut it off. We shut off Celestia Angels, the odd thing perhaps that we might face, but it's in there. I need to hate against certain decks that are pretty difficult to beat, even though they're not so common. I'm not scared about too much else. Yeah, Leyline absolutely still in. I think everything is pretty much the same otherwise. Okay, only 9 minutes. Good. I was hoping to go less than 10 minutes. Jumping right into the first match. I think I'll probably go for 2 hours. I might even go for 2.5. Whew. We'll see. I'm starting a little bit early. 9:30 p.m. my time, which is when I used to start streaming way back when. Oh, give me a perfect hand to start the night, why don't you? Lovely. Sunken, Castle Garenbrig, and 2 other lands is 6. Well, it looks like Mono Black Waste Not. We might be wasting them. Beseiju Who Endures, we might use its ability to take out Waste Not. Do I want to dig with Commune to take out Waste Not, or... When I discard Beseiju, I discard a land. It gives them temporary mana, but I bet they don't have instant speed. Yeah, they probably don't have... Well, I don't know. I probably need it. You know what? We'll find out. I'm going to go with Commune. I want to see if there's another Sunken. Not another Sunken. But it would be good to get Castle Garenbrig. 100%. Mono black Waste Knot tends to have Field of Ruin or Demolition Field, colorless lands that can destroy a non-basic land. It's not a pretty sight. Now I could have maybe gone with the... Nah, we're going with Beseju. 6, 7. We should be good. We can at least get to 7. I think we'll be alright. A Waste Knot gives them too much value, but again, I don't think there's anything at instant speed that they can make use of that 2 black. I want to stop them from making zombies and all that, hopefully. Okay, the Carnage Tyrant is perfectly fine. Next turn, I'll be able to make 6. I skip right over Regisaur Alpha. But I would like to maintain it. Yeah, we'll get it out of the way. Now, hopefully, if I do drop Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, I draw into a Palani's Hatcher, Regisaur Alpha, another copy. Okay, there's that pesky Field of Ruin. Hopefully they take out Castle Garenbreak. I was thinking of playing both of them, but we'll see. We'll see. The opponent playing Regisaur Alpha is not so fun. But at least I get Vaultborn next turn. I would imagine that Carnage Tyrant is going to get sacrificed to any number of things. Sheoldred's Edict being the main one. 1 in the black, make me sacrifice the only non-token creature that I have. Or Liliana of the Veil, a very real possibility. I just hope that I get to preserve Vaultborn Tyrant, because that's really going to push things ahead. Drawing extra cards, gaining life, but really just getting closer to Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Absolutely, I'm playing Vaultborn next turn. Probably. I could play Tyrranax Rex if it maybe makes sense to do so. I'm not too sure what the opponent is trying to think of doing. They must not have something that sacrifices Carnage Tyrant. Otherwise, I think they would have probably done it by now. Huh.
It's a trap!
Oh boy. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant, 4 lands, what's not to love? I hope everybody is doing well tonight. Start of the weekend. If you don't have to work on the weekend, relax, sit back. I think the opponent is mad that they can't target Carnage Tyrant. They looked at it for a second there. Now they're like, hey, that's not fair. How'd the opponent cast it? Or something like that. It's weird. Strange. Huh.
But you can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?
Okay. I like it. Vaultborn Tyrant, lovely stuff. Kill it. Let's go. Give me another copy. Get me 2 closer. It enters, I draw a card, I gain life. If it dies, it makes a copy of itself, and then I do that again. At the moment, I will be able to play Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, if I draw it, of course. Now, like I said, I want a Palani's Hatcher or another Regisaur Alpha, so fortunately I got that. Send Carnage Tyrant to the bottom. I'm in range of playing Tyrranax Rex anyways, so well, that's fine by me. Ooh, and go blank. I think it's got to be Palani's and Tyrranax Rex. I'm only playing one thing next turn, and if I draw Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, I want to make sure I can make the 8 mana that I need. Solar Updraft, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. Yes, the big mana land base. Oh, too much fun. Absolutely, but also what is fun is dropping and top decking a second Vaultborn Tyrant. If at any point they kill one of them, it re-enters. Well, I imagine we're going to be finding somebody pretty darn good. I'm in range of 8, so that's quite nice. I don't need any more lands whatsoever. Regisaur Alpha is really what I'm looking for. Let's pressure Liliana. Block with anybody. Doesn't matter. Don't care. Double Vaultborn. Double something. It's like the double rainbow meme. Oh, cool. Cool. I gained 6 life, drew 2 cards. I don't know about you, but what's not to love about that? We're going to lose the token, the copy, I would imagine. Oh, okay. Okay. Going to have some removal on the original. Exile one of them. Huh, okay. Playing the waste not. It's like I have a double Vaultborn and now I still have a double Vaultborn. I sacrificed the thing that is not a copy of itself and it re-enters. I hope. I don't care how much they have to make me discard. They're not going to make me discard everything. Yeah, you can't kill it. It doesn't have a mana value of 2 or less. Whatever. Okay. I'll sacrifice it. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Let's... Oh, still. My oh my. Archdruid's Charm could grab it. Can I play it now? That is tempting. I'll play another one. Let's get more card draw. Chances are, because I haven't seen a Ghalta Stampede Tyrant yet, I should be drawing into it. Wow.
You won! You did it!
Yeah. You know what? I'll send it right towards him. Ruthless aggression.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Man, I drew so much. Sue me. So much damage. I drew so much that I have to discard. That is nuts. They can't beat me if I have 50 life and all of this stuff. If they're making me discard 1 or 2 things a turn, and I'm drawing who knows how. Oh shucks. Guys, they took out one of my Castle Garenbrigs. Man. Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. It is pretty good though. I gotta say it never gets old when every creature in your deck is big and good. Oh wow, they got a zombie. Whew. Oh boy, what am I gonna do? Yeah, I'll take it out. So I took out Tiny Bones, but I gained 3 life, drew a card, and killed Tiny Bones. Seems good. Okay. Commune with Dinosaurs. We don't need it at this point. They draw a card, but they only have 1 black left. Oh, Thoughtseize. Okay. I would imagine they're still dead. Sadly, they got rid of Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Packs a punch. Yeah, guess we'll do this. Oh boy, man. Mono black waste not, wasted again. And like it happened before, taking them down game 1, if they thought that was bad, what they just had to handle, now they have to handle not being able to target me at all, plus doing that. So Leyline of Sanctity, it's like the ultimate hosing card against mono black waste not. If they can't target us, they don't do a whole lot of anything. And because Thundering Spineback is kind of like a very good option, like I mentioned at the start of the stream, but it's like a general option. Could be a pretty straightforward thing to take out and bring in Leyline if we're facing off against this specific deck. Turn 0. I mulligan pretty hard for this solar updraft. Usually. Unless the opening hand is up. No, I mean, I've made it work before. Now the good thing is, if I didn't mulligan, I wouldn't be down any cards. You know what? It's crazy. I would never normally recommend this, as we'll see. Oh, can't thought seize me, buddy. One land, yeah, right as you type that. Can they beat me if they can't target me? I guess. Poor guy. I only had one force. That's all it takes. But no. It's a good thing to think about. I'm writing quite a bit, thinking about this deck for the Stampede Dinosaurs primer, because it is so popular at the moment, but pretty much the entire deck targets me. Thoughtseize, Duress to rip a non-creature card from our hand, non-creature, non-land. Liliana's -2 and Liliana's -6, her ultimate. Done. Nothing. Go blank, well, it's useless. Invoke Despair, useless. Blot out, useless. I know, man. Oof. They probably got mad. They're like, that's not fair. This is probably the most fair thing that seems to be pretty good that you could do. It's all attached to lands. How I make all my mana is pretty hard to interact with, apart from the Field of Ruin that the mono black waste not opponent used. But for the most part, get ahead. It's stable. You don't have to care about any fatal pushes. Sometimes Sheoldred's edicts are rough, but if you're not playing anything, they're not making you sacrifice anything. So that's all right. And that is not all right. That hand is terrible. It got slightly better, still not quite good enough. If one of these Thundering Spinebacks was a Sylvan Scrying, I might risk it. Speaking of Sylvan Scrying, okay, we got to something good. Send all the creatures to the bottom, and we hope for the best. You know, I've turned it around before. Maybe it's going to be back to back. Okay, well, it's not mono black waste, not. Just cross your fingers that the opponent doesn't have a Thoughtseize. I just got to get Archdruids. Let's go. Archdruid's Charm. They could have the classic and unfortunately fantastic turn 3 Vein Ripper cheated onto the battlefield with Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. Ugh. But Leyline of Sanctity also is quite fantastic against this deck. Fortunately, they didn't get the turn 3 Vein Ripper, so we might be okay. I'm going to be making 6 on turn 4. It's a pretty good recovery right there. Hopefully seeing a Carnage Tyrant or another land. It would be nice to go Thundering Spineback. Ooh. Well, okay. So, now all of a sudden I've got the second sunken. If I happened to draw Ghalta Stampede Tyrant next turn, the opponent could potentially be dead, as long as they don't have the Vein Ripper. All of a sudden, I'm able to make 8. Boom. I mulliganed quite a bit there. Okay, good. No Thoughtseize. Don't do it. Oh boy. Crank the Copter. Draw a card, discard a card, dig for that Thoughtseize. Whew, Ghalta, Stampede Tyrant, let's go. Looks like they might be flooded a bit, or something. Oh, they got it. They got it. Okay. It's not the end of the world. I can still play any of the creatures that I have. They'll definitely get rid of Palani's Hatcher. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if they dodged a bullet. Okay. That's alright. Hopefully it survives. I don't think that's going to be the case, but like I mentioned, if I get into a situation where maybe that's all I have, I can sink the mana into it. Make a token, hopefully once, cross my fingers. But it is also nice that the Thundering Spineback has an entrance animation, because a lot of the newer cards, they simply don't. I'm spoiled quite a bit with some of the dinosaurs from the original Ixalan back in early 2018. We got some cool stuff. Soren, Vamer, somebody. Okay, that's alright. Fine by me. Another Thundering Spineback. Well, that is interesting. Nah. 6 for a 4/4 or 7 for a 6/6 because they give each other, well, they power each other up. That's what I'm getting at. Might as well be aggressive. They don't have enough total power to combine and block it. And I also forgot to mention, the more Thundering Spinebacks you have, the better. Now if I make a token, it's 6 for a 5/5. It's 3 lands for a 5/5. Okay, I was a little bit worried about the Vein Ripper. Regisaur Alpha would be pretty good too. Palani's Hatcher, a lot of stuff. I just wish the Thundering Spineback had Trample. It certainly seems like it could from the art there, but I just wish the updated art that I used in the thumbnail tonight could be an option for... Oh, okay. Interesting. Now, let me think. Yes, okay, I have 3 left. This is good. This is very good. I have 3 left to take out the Vein Ripper. We're going to see if it blocks. Going to sacrifice the token. See what happens. Okay. Okay, good. I was going to put it on a token, but the damage wouldn't have gone through. If the Thundering Spineback had Trample, I'd use the token to take out Vein Ripper, and I guess I'd die anyways. Almost? 3? Yeah, Smuggler's Copter. That's going to be it. Unfortunately. But we'll get him. No, it was pretty bad, but after mulliganing so much, keeping a hand with no creatures whatsoever, it wasn't the worst recovery we've ever seen. Pretty decent. I certainly did like Thundering Spineback, but nah, I'll still stick with that plan for the most part. Trim Thundering Spineback basically in every instance or with every deck that I face, even if it could be pretty good in a specific matchup. Ooh, that's not good. Crazy. It's crazy that it was almost good enough. I think that has to be it. 2 Sunken Citadels certainly is hard to pass up. No, one more. Okay, we got... Oh, whoa. Well, there's 2 Sunken Citadels once again. And, 2... You know what? I really want to keep that Vaultborn Tyrant. Archdruid's Charm to the bottom. We have 2 Sunkens. After the second Sunken untaps, we'll go with Sylvan Scrying to grab Castle Garenbrig. 3 lands. Okay. Never mind. Now we've got all the mana we need. We will get to Vaultborn. They won't be able to do a whole lot. Oh, okay, just get me the Castle Garenbrig. Now it's just getting crazy. Nuts. I'll get another Castle Garenbrig, just in case the opponent has a Field of Ruin. At least I can play Vaultborn Tyrant on turn 4. Should be okay, I hope. Good. Good. Sorin Imperious Bloodlord did the +1. It means they don't have the Vein Ripper in their hand. They absolutely would have put it onto the battlefield if that was the case. Oh. Ooh. Kill it. I don't care. If it stays alive, or if I get Ghalta Stampede Tyrant next turn, they're dead. I could also search for Ghalta with Archdruid's Charm. So that's also quite nice. Actually, why did I take the top off? I put my fresh pot of coffee into my big Bubba mug, and it keeps it pretty hot. I want to cool it down. I want to drink it. Just like I'm drinking the tears from this vampire's opponent. Yeah, that didn't feel too good, did it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not okay. Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, 100%. I think we gotta set up Archdruids to grab Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Quite straightforward. Guess we just go towards that. Huh. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I was trying to figure out if there was some way that Sorin could be saved, would be saved. But I think we should be alright. We don't have to worry about a Thoughtseize. Archdruid is going to grab Ghalta, and we're going to kill him next turn. Doesn't matter what they have. Oh boy. Oh man, they got a Sorin. That's pretty cool. I love it when I know they're exactly dead. There's no question about it. It's a pretty good feeling. Some cool aggression there. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh look, they're at 28. I need to deal a lot of damage to kill him. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I might have to do the math this time. There you go. Draw big dino. Let's do... Okay, that's fine by me. Still tons of life and draw. 4 triggers. 12 life. 4 cards.
You have no power here.
Okay. It has to be Leyline of Sanctity. Mono Black Waste Knot 100%. You turn off basically everything they could possibly do to you. Not everything against Rakdos Vampires. You could still be hit by Blood Tithe Harvester. It can still target one of your creatures to give -X/-X, where X is twice the number of blood tokens they have. They can still beat you down, but for the most part, you don't have to worry about Thoughtseizes. You don't have to worry about Vein Ripper's ability, because it is a triggered ability. Yeah, we'll keep it the same. We'll hope they're held off of the turn 3 Vein Ripper. They are on the play, so even though the Vein Ripper's ability could potentially be stopped, it's still a big creature. And I'm keeping the opening hand with 2 lands and a Commune and an Archdruids. It should be all but guaranteed that we get to the 3rd source of green. We get to the 3rd source of green. Good. Now I'll still go with the other Commune. I'm going to dig and see if I can find a Sunken Citadel. That's a tough one. I have to use Sylvan Scrying at some point, and Sylvan Scrying can only ever be used to search for a land. Archdruid's Charm could grab a creature, take out something, exile an artifact or enchantment. So even though Commune could have dug and maybe gotten a Sunken, Might as well go with Sylvan Scrying and guarantee I get a Sunken. Vein Ripper. Ooh. Okay, we're not dead yet. They got a couple turns where they can smack us with it. We're probably dead, but we can do explosive stuff. So all is... Oh, okay. Okay, yes. Yes, please. Let's get him. Gotta be Vaultborn Tyrant. We're setting up for potentially lethal. You like... Okay. Glad to hear Solar Updraft. I know it may not be everybody's favorite strat. There's certainly more of the classic dinos, but packs a punch. Ooh, so close. 10, we're down to 7. Oh boy. It's not gonna do it. No. Close but no cigar. I would imagine, potentially, if we were on the play, we would have been one turn ahead. Could have made the magic happen a little bit sooner. It's very interesting. And it's definitely what catches people off guard. Everybody assumes you have to have small creatures, you have to use Llanowar elves, other things like that. You can't make it work with 20 lands, but you can if they are specific lands. Sunken itself, this is my favorite thing. Even though it's a little slower, sometimes it's a little faster. Sunken Citadel is 2 mana towards creatures. 1 card is 2 mana towards creatures. Say a forest and a Llanowar elves, 2 cards are 2 mana towards creatures. What would you rather have? 1 card that is a land, that is stable, that gets you ahead by 2, or 2 cards? And one of those is a dinky little creature that dies to a swift breeze. I absolutely love and appreciate Llanowar elves, Elvish Mystic. They're absolutely amazing, and as I always say, if I face off against a deck that is aggressive, that uses Llanowar elves, it's pretty certain that I'm gonna die, because aggressive stuff is rough for me to face. But yeah, I prefer that. But you say Sunken Citadel's mana can't be used for creatures. Well, it can. You almost always filter it through Castle Garenbrig. You accelerate out that ability, and you get the job done. And then maybe perhaps people say, oh, but what about when you don't see Castle Garenbrig? That's few and far between. Almost never. The whole deck is centered around finding a specific combination of lands, so well, you basically always see that combination. You just grab whatever piece is missing. You naturally draw a Sunken, so the Sylvan Scrying grabs a Castle Garenbrig, whatever it is. But whatever hand that is, I mean, it would never, ever be a keep. I like that. Big time. Now it is Yorion Sky Nomad. That does make me think maybe Azori-ish. Azorius something. That would be nice for a change. Azorius Control. Okay. 5 color Fires of Invention, Enigmatic Incarnation, getting lands of every type, Leyline Binding, but casting Fires of Invention. They can cast spells for free. Based, okay. Yes, please. But based off the number of lands they have. That's what I'm getting at. Now. Alright. Well, if we drew Ghalta Stampede Tyrant next turn, we could go with Archdruids to grab the second Sunken. Maybe kill him. We'll see. Do I want to do that? I do kind of like Carnage Tyrant. Now, Mountain, Plain, Swamp, Island, Swamp. Yeah, they could go Leyline Binding, not on Carnage Tyrant. Do I want to make him squirm? Maybe. You know what? I'm going to see what I draw. If I draw land next turn, well, let's getting good. If I draw Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, I know what to grab. Oh, did you have a Leyline Binding in your hand that is still mostly useless? I'm pretty sure they can cast Leyline Binding into nothing, but maybe they sweep me. Maybe I draw out a sweeper at some point here. Huh. Some sort of 5-color package. Niv Mizzet, maybe. It's hard to say, but they are mostly dead. It's pretty hard to recover from that. That's what it's all about. Oh shucks, you're gonna Supreme Verdict me. Okay, I guess not. Alright. Man, love it. I got there pretty fast. Turn 4 Carnage Tyrant, no creatures. Turn 5 Tyrranax Rex. Pretty hard to stop. They could potentially have had a Beseiju who endures. They could have a lot of things. And what do I want to bring in? What specific Yorion variation is it? Hard to say. Yeah, not even Sunfall saves them. But speaking of sweepers, Solar Updraft, there is Final Hour, I think it is. It's basically a white-colored sweeper, instant speed sweeper. Destroy all creatures. It has a bunch of other modes, kind of like Smuggler's Surprise, and those cards from Thunder Junction. Fortunately, I've never faced that card yet, but it is very, very scary. But yeah, Sunfall doesn't matter because they're dead. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. Up the Beanstalk is not enter the battlefield triggers. It is only when it enters. It's a cast trigger, which is far superior to an enter the battlefield trigger. Would have been nice if it was an ETB. Torpor Orb could turn it off. Maybe I'd like Ratchet Bomb. They do have some flying stuff. Niv Mizzet, the namesake, if this is what it is. Niv Miz. Okay, we'll keep it the same. Seemed to do the trick. Alright. Oh boy, they must be scratching their head. I think most people would scratch their head when boom, Carnage Tyrant. Boom, Tyrranax Rex. I come to play. That's a pretty good hand though. That's absolutely stunning. Sylvan Scrying to grab Castle Garambrig for turn 3. We play it, and we go Archdruid's Charm to get Sunken Citadel and off to the races. Beautiful. Yeah, that might just be death. Okay, yeah, good old Paradise Druid. Nothing super duper crazy. Hopefully they don't have much land destruction. You know what, we'll wait. Maybe there's an odd chance that they have something so incredibly important that I have to get rid of it. I don't think that's what it's going to be. Huh. What do they have up their sleeve? Oh, I guess they made a creature, a 3/3. Oh boy. And it gets bigger. Its power and toughness is equal to the total number of creatures they control. Oh, Tyrranax Rex to boot. They probably have Leyline Binding. But they mostly have to take their entire turn off, so there we go. That's what we're doing. Maybe Tyrranax Rex draws out a sweeper perhaps. Then I draw a land that enters untapped, able to make 8 in that case. Or just play Thundering Spineback, good old Carnage Tyrant, and whatnot. I'm okay if they want to take their turn off. If they want to spend 6 to kill it, fine by me. Would there be something that could be the best to play? What would buy the most time? That would definitely be Palani's Hatcher. This opponent is starting to establish a bunch of creatures. They're not super big, but they could get big. The opponent could play more. We got to play a little bit safe. Being at 9 is a little scary. Just keep buying time until we get to, excuse me, Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Ooh. Oh boy. Not too bad. I'll use the egg to block the token. I don't exactly want to take out Voice of Resurgence. If it dies, it makes a token. That token would enter untapped, and it would be able to block next turn. It's now or never. We'd basically be dead next turn, whatever we play anyways, unless... Two, four, maybe. Maybe, just maybe. We wait. We could save ourselves. You never know. The opponent might not have more removal. Hopefully they do. Okay, good. Very good. Interesting. Oh, lightning. Oh, they must have lightning helix. They gotta have lightning helix. Well, we do have a sunken citadel, but yes, our chances have unfortunately sunken. Okay, it's just good old regular 5-color good stuff. Keep it the same? Yeah. You know what? Thundering Spineback. Get that out of there. If we are worried about flyers, and I am certainly a little bit worried, Yorion, probably other flying creatures, Hornet Queen is going to be the time-buying thing. That's basically the best creature to buy time to get to where we need to get to. I like that. Oh, 2 lands, 2 communes. We're going to be digging super hard and likely getting what we need. We need something that is a land. Sometimes, you know, that happens. Hopefully I draw it for the turn, of course, but we'll find out. Okay. Find it. Okay, Sunken Citadel. Very nice indeed. Now the question becomes, how many Archdruid's Charms did I put to the bottom with those communes? Not a single one. Oh, and I just straight up drew Castle Garenbrig. There you go. You just gotta stay positive. If you look at the statistical probability, you're getting closer to something. No Sylvan Scrying or Archdruid's Charm in the bottom 8. So I've seen almost a third of my deck. One of those is coming up. Ooh, I like a Vaultborn, a good old Vaultborn. Make him squirm with Carnage T. Oh boy, you can't counter, you can't target, you can't do a whole lot of anything. But they could have, okay, Invasion of Asgard is not great. Not the most fun thing in the world. When it enters the battlefield, oh, they're dead. Next turn. If they don't have Thoughtseize. Yeah, get that out of the way. Sylvan Scrying. We put another Sunken onto the battlefield. So if they don't have a Thoughtseize and they don't take out a land, we got them. Oh, I'm kind of worried about a counter spell, potentially. Well, we're about to find out. We don't have stuff to give everybody haste. I think there could be a counter. Okay. There's not a counter spell. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! but not for me.
I'm not saying good game. Absolutely, they could have a sweeper. If they do, I would make 2 copies of Vaultborn Tyrant, but I'm going to get something good with all this draw. That's a lot of triggers. Decent. Just keep replaying Ghalta. Okay, good. Oh, 2 hasty dinos. Love it. Hopefully they sweep me next turn, and then I'll kill them. Just keep doing it again and again. Ouch. What are you going to do? I can easily discard a land at this point. I have all I need, plus I have 2 more forests. I think it could be a Sunfall. I'd be surprised if it wasn't a sweeper. Oh, a deadly cover-up. Oh boy. Oh wow. Oh shucks, guys, they leyline binding one of the Vaultborn Tyrant copies. I know. It is absolutely amazing. It does the trick. Alright. Ghalta and dead. Let's draw a bunch more stuff. Yeah, gotcha.
I am inevitable.
Okay. Whew. Man. I love it. On to the next one. Oh, it's cool. I gotta say, that's my favorite part, because there are some ways and oftentimes situations you get into. It's like, you know you've won without question. 100% the opponent is going to die next turn. I like that I don't have to grind it out quite as much as other decks, but those have other strengths and weaknesses. I like when I do my thing, the opponent is likely dead if everybody has haste, which, you know, they often do. It's pretty cool. 1 turn, lethal. Out of nowhere. Yeah. I just hope I face some more Is It Phoenix. I gotta say, that has really fallen by the wayside. Big time. Possibly. I did try that quite a while ago, actually. Excuse me. 2 and a green for a 3/3. When it enters, you can reveal a dinosaur. Or if you control another one, you gain 3 life. 3 for a 3/3. Well, maybe. I think for the most part, just because of Vaultborn Tyrant here, if I was going to add in another creature, I'd want to at least try to keep it 4 power or greater. Certainly, I have an absolute overload of creatures that meet that requirement, so I can probably get away with adding in a creature that is less than 4 powered. But, well, we'll see. We'll see. I can't get away from maximizing Vaultborn Tyrant's potential. Topiary Stomper is 4 powered. You know, gets us a basic land, which is quite nice. I like it. Yeah. Yorion, maybe this is actually Azorius Control. Kind of interesting to face off against 2 back-to-back. They could have a Thoughtseize, they could have a counter spell. There. You turn Commune into a Sunken Citadel or a Castle Garenbrig. What did I say? There you go. Now, Commune with Dinosaurs, which could have been discarded, can't, because Commune became sunken. And now, hopefully, I'm going to play Carnage Tyrant on turn 4. A little bit with Hulking Raptor. A little unreliable, I guess you could say, having to have it survive and be a creature, and yeah, it was didn't quite make the cut, but something that has Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, powering out Hulking Raptor a little bit sooner would be, pretty good too. Seeing Hulking Raptor on turn 3, I can imagine would be, oh my goodness, okay. Well, maybe we just kill him next turn, again. And again, and again, and again. Field of Ruin is going to take out Castle Garenbrig. I'm pretty certain of that fact. Or a sweeper. It might be a sweeper. Yeah, I tried Hulking Raptor, absolutely solar updraft with this combination, but then it just started to feel like I didn't need it. And now they're dead. So you're seeing right here, I don't exactly need Hulking Raptor, so I felt like I could do something other than Hulking Raptor, a little bit bigger. The earliest I can play Hulking Raptor with this variation is turn 4. But on turn 4, often I can make 6 green for Carnage Tyrant. So if I can often make 6 mana, at the same point I could play Hulking Raptor, I might as well change Hulking Raptor to a creature that it is 6 or 5 or possibly 7, but for the most part, there's got to be some creature that costs 6 that is better or differently helpful than the Hulking Raptor. But what is this opponent on? This is the classic Orzhov white and black Yorion Doom Foretold. Makes us sacrifice a lot of stuff based around enchantments. Is it a whole lot of enter the battlefield stuff? Not so much. We have to worry about Field of Ruin, but it's based around enchantments, bouncing enchantments to get their enter the battlefield effects, or in the case of Demonic Pact, Yorion could bounce this. They choose different modes, but right before they have to choose the last mode, you lose the game. If they have no way to bounce it, eventually they will lose. But they bounce it only after they've chosen all the good modes, and then it resets itself when they start to choose all of that. Very, very scary stuff. Hornet Queen? Well, maybe. I'm kind of tempted to... Yeah, I say we go Leyline of Sanctity. Protect the game plan. I appreciate it, Solar Updraft 100%. It's certainly taken quite a lot of trial and error for sure. And I do love to have lots of examples, painful ones. Some nights they aren't so hot, but I've got it narrowed down. I know exactly what I want to do, when I want to do it, what I could maybe get away from. I've brought in Leyline of Sanctity, so you know what? That could be good. Even in the face of a Thoughtseize, good. They don't have turn 1 Thoughtseize. This is going to be very, very good. I hope. Cross my fingers. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. I'm going to grab Castle Garenbrig, but I'm not going to play Castle Garenbrig. I'm going to go Archdruids, and I'm going to play the Forest. Archdruids is going to search for Sunken. The opponent is going to be thinking, oh, save the field for when they go castle. But the time and the moment that I use Castle Garenbrig is the turn that I'm going to pop off. Only ever play castle if you can use it that turn, use its ability to the fullest effect. I can potentially play Tyrranax Rex, but okay, that's not too bad. I'll take it. Still no Thoughtseize, maybe. Oh! And they have to discard. I like it. I'm almost certain they're going to get rid of T-Rex, but hopefully not. At the very least, we made use out of it. We got to smack them. Maybe now they'll play Doom Foretold. It would force me to sacrifice Tyrranax Rex. It's the only creature I have. It's kind of like Sheoldred's Edict. If I only have one creature, I have to sacrifice it. I don't get to choose not to do it. they can't kill it. The only removal that they have would at least cost 2, and they need an extra 4 just to be able to pay the ward cost. But definitely, I would think it's probably surprising for a lot of other people. Of course, this is a small sample size, and like I say, some nights are better than others, but I know what I'm doing. I know what I want to do. And I want to do Vaultborn. Are they just dead? You know what? They could have Shieldred's Edict. I think we're pretty safe, whatever we do. If they didn't have Shieldred's Edict, I could have played the other Tyrranax Rex. Enough damage would have gotten through. Both T-Rexes would have connected, and that would have brought their poison count to 12. They only need to get to 10, and they're just straight up dead. But in case they have Shieldred's Edict, I sacrifice the Vaultborn, it makes a copy of itself. We're good. Hopefully. If they have a sweeper, well, Vaultborn again. At the very least, Vaultborn has gotten us closer to Ghalta. If it dies, it gets us one more closer and more life. Oh, shucks. Man, I've got good stuff in my hand and on the battlefield. Not too worried. What are you going to do? Nice. They're dead. Oh man, that's pretty cool. A last-ditch effort. The opponent went out with a bang, had some fun, destroyed their own things when they realized it was not quite going their way. I'm just happy I didn't have to face off against Doom Foretold. That is very, very annoying. If you can only play one creature a turn, you play it, they have Doom Foretold, it goes to the beginning of the opponent's upkeep. That opponent has to sacrifice a non-land, non-token permanent, I believe, or Doom Foretold is sacrificed. And then it comes around to us, we have to sacrifice a non-land, non-token permanent. If we can't, the Doom Foretold is sacrificed and the opponent gets a 2/2 knight, they draw a card, gain some life, but it keeps going around and around. If I only played a Carnage Tyrant each turn, it would come back around, I'd have to sacrifice it, and not fun. Not fun. Big time mad. Mad Dad Lab is, yeah, I would say so. Actually, you know what, let's open up the pack. A mid-stream pack opening. Maybe I'll buy another one. Okay. Step Between Worlds. I mean, it is pretty interesting. I was actually looking at all the rares and mythics from Thunder Junction, but what caught my eye about this card, each player may shuffle their hand and graveyard into their library. Mostly the shuffling my graveyard into my library part, I thought that was quite interesting. Each player who does draws 7 cards. Well, that's also pretty good. It certainly could help the opponent, but I don't know. I don't think I'll ever use it, but it's just getting all the stuff in your graveyard back in to potentially be used. There is some stuff in green that allows you to do that, for sure. But, again, mono black waste not too much of a problem now. If we lose all that stuff, all kinds of goodies to the discard spells, we still get the job done. Often enough, I think. Oh, playing first. Good. Yep, keep it hands. Yep. You do something enough, you know exactly what's good. 3 lands, Sylvan Archdruids. We are looking at all the mana I'll ever need. The first Sylvan grabs. Well, I don't need to go with Commune. I might use it turn 1 if I knew I could be facing. That thought Thoughtseize, okay. So this could be good. When they get rid of Sylvan Scrying, I can go with Commune still. See if I get the Sunken. But I could draw Sunken for the turn, which would change what I want to grab with Commune. But if I use Commune first, either way, if you can wait to use Commune, gain a couple... Oh, that's odd. It's fine by me. Good. I like it. Get me my Castle Garenbrig. I was pretty sure they would go with Sylvan Scrying, but maybe they were scared. A little bit too scared of Archdruid's Charm. Commune first to start, 100%. Grabbing a Sunken. What was I saying? Next turn we can make 6. We will eventually get to 7, in range of Vaultborn Tyrant, or die to Sorin and Vein Ripper. Good. It was only a Preacher. Oh my... Well, now all of a sudden, if we draw Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, the opponent dies. You better have another Thoughtseize. Oh, this is what I love about this. It could look bad. It can go well pretty often. It's so cool to know if I draw one thing, they are dead. 100%. Okay, well, they're not dead 100%, but Vaultborn is going to stabilize. It's going to get closer. We'll get there eventually. Oh boy.
Don't push it. Don't push it. I'll give you a war you won't believe.
Oh, man. Look. Oh, they're dead. Nice. Oh, man. That's what it's all about. Who needs red mana when you do that? And we're gaining 3 life. Technically, we go up to 1, we gain 3, we lose 2. So Sheoldred doesn't even hurt us, which is lovely. Oh, man. See you later. Attack with everything. Send a message with those egg tokens. Good. Ooh. Oh. Of course, I got quite fortunate, and then all of a sudden, in a flash, I got completely flooded. I was able to make 8 mana there. 5 lands, 8 mana, which is crazy to think I don't need any other lands in my hand. If the opponent had Field of Ruin, it is nice to have, extra copies of Castle Garenbrig, but we know what it is. It is that? Yeah. You don't always see Sheoldred, the Apocalypse, in Rakdos Vampires. A couple copies, I mean, it probably makes sense in a lot of cases, but Leyline of Sanctity, big time, 100%. That's what we're doing. Commune with Dinosaurs was pretty important there, digging to grab that Sunken, and then we just got more Sunkens, and alright, we got her done. Okay, land that turn 1 Leyline, big time. Okay, it's not a Leyline of Sanctity, which, again, if you don't have a Leyline, you're caught between a rock and a hard place. The mulligan for it is the land, or is the hand that you have so good without the Leyline. That's certainly what I think. 2 lands, one of them is Castle Garenbrig. They got a Thoughtseize, and that's okay. I felt like it was worth the risk. We already took them down in game 1. Lots of good stuff, especially with Ghalta. Pretty much all the pieces, so Archdruids, all it has to do is... Okay, they learn their lesson, perhaps. Fortunately, I got a 3rd land, a 3rd source of green. I can possibly go Arc Druids, or we just mostly die to turn 3 Vein Ripper. They don't always have turn 3 Vein Ripper. That's just, that's how it goes. What do you do against turn 3 Vein Ripper? Sometimes you just die. But it is Fable, so it's not too bad. Okay. Good. We can make 6 again. Possibly 7 if we draw a land that enters untapped, but it might be nice to go Tyrranax Rex. I'll try for Carnage Tyrant. We'll see how long it sticks around. I could draw a second Sunken, play it for the turn, and play Carnage Tyrant, and then Ghalta coming up. Maybe. I guess not. Ghalta's Stampede turn, I think, is possibly gone. Probably Carnage Tyrant, if they see that it's my only play for the turn. Okay. That's alright. They still haven't seen Leyline of Sanctity. They don't know that it is a potential that could happen. So I think we would surprise them if it goes to game 3. Will they kill us next turn? Not so much. We go Tyrranax Rex. We spend all our mana, get a hit off with it, and then the opponent is potentially worried. They're down to 8, so they may not be able to attack with everybody. They could get a Liliana of the Veil or a Sheoldred's Edict, but for the most part, they've got that Vein Ripper. Not so much those options. Hopefully it sticks around. Okay, Liliana. We know what we're bringing in. Okay, doesn't exactly do the job. Leyline of Sanctity would. Oh my goodness. Big time help. Okay. Mulliganing a little bit aggressively. Got done with F&M Commander Crane. Good stuff. Hopefully it went well. The stream tonight is, splendid. You missed some doozies, that's for sure. If you go back and watch them, but I'm sure that more good things are about to happen. Mono Black Waste Not, Wasting Waste Not, the classic. But again, with the ley line, having it in, seeing it, no. Okay. Phew. It doesn't look good for some people that might be new, but trust me, it's going to work out. Yeah, Palani's to the bottom. I have one land. It's a source of green. It is a castle. It's part of the package. I've got Leyline, which is going to buy us time. We don't have to worry about any hand hate. We'll get there. We'll get there. Commune. Sunken. Nah, not a sunken. It's going to be Ghalta. I like to have that ready. Should be all right. But the fact that I didn't see a land in the top 5 that I dug with Commune does make me feel quite good that one is coming up. Pretty sure. Okay, it's not coming up. We'll get there. They might not get turn 3 Vein Ripper. They do get turn 3 Vein Ripper. Okay. Not dead yet? We're dead. We're dead. Await one turn just to see when I draw that land, if I draw that land. Can't always get them. Watch it be a sunken citadel. Okay, Beseju again. Too little, too late. Worth a shot. Maybe I should have kept that first hand. The opponent didn't use, well, they couldn't use Thoughtseize, but maybe they wouldn't have had Thoughtseize. As I sometimes win against Mono Black Waste Not, even through all that hand hate in game 1, I stick some good stuff. Yeah, that's alright. We'll get him. We'll get him next time. Okay. Whew. Pretty crazy though. The previous game so completely flooded, or the first game. Something like that. Sometimes. But this Vampire's opponent actually, I think it has been 2 Vampire's opponents tonight. I've lost track, kind of. But, yeah. It's not always turn 3 Vein Ripper. But, of course, if you ask anybody, how is it better than Rakdos Vampires? Rakdos Vampires gets turn 3 Vein Ripper. They say it like the deck gets it every single game, which is absolutely not the case. That's just, that's not how it works. Or like, how is it better than turn 3 Vein Ripper? It's not, but it's not all the time. Oh, get your story straight. Okay, we got the 3rd land. Castle Garenbrig, Sunken Citadel in the mixture. No Sylvan Scrying or Archdruid's Charm was sent to the bottom. So again, an Archdruid's, a Sylvan Scrying, a Castle Garenbrig coming up at some point. I still can't make 6 on turn 4, but I got it. Now we're hoping for, Field of Ruin. We're hoping for not that. Okay, it's got to be Beseju, big time. Field of Ruin to take out Castle Garenbrig. Pain and suffering. I've come back from worse. Unfortunately, the deck is shuffled. How I was getting closer to an Archdruids or a Sylvan Scrying with those cards on the bottom not being either. Well, now those cards on the bottom that I knew weren't Sylvan Scrying and Archdruid's Charm. They were mixed up closer to the top. I reduced the chance of seeing those things. Likely seeing those things. Well, we'll go for 2. I don't imagine it's going to resolve, but you never know. Probably countered. Jeskai Control, though, very, very interesting. It's been a long time since I faced that. That's okay. That's okay. We know the drill. I might be able to get him. I know it seems very crazy. I could top deck a Castle Garenbrig, play Carnage Tyrant, start to make him sweat a little bit. Oh, another Archdruid's Charm. So now we wait. We hope they do some Shark Typhoon nonsense. Probably our best bet. To hope they don't have another No More. Okay, good. They don't have another No More Lies. Good stuff. All right. We might be able to claw our way back. No more Field of Ruin as well. Don't do it. Oh! I jinxed myself. I could top deck another copy of Castle Garenbrig. There are 4. No, it's not unheard of. Or a Sylvan Scrying. Also pretty sweet. Oh boy. Or a Sunken, which will choose red, just so we can eventually maybe cast Regisaur Alpha or Palani's Hatcher. Okay. Dig Through Time, pretty good. I hear it's a pretty good card. Decent. But honestly, I might as well just play it out, even though things have gone a little bit south. Yeah, the Shark Typhoon. This could be our opening. If I get the... Well, I can play Carnage Tyrant next turn, but if I get Castle Garenbrig, that would be extra ideal. Or the Cavernous Souls, that would also be lovely. Okay, Vaultborn, not the end of the world. Maybe Carnage Tyrant buys us just enough time, hopefully. Draws out a sweeper, and then all those sharks are gone. Out of there. Or the ultimate with the fairy. Okay. It doesn't often happen that Teferi, Hero of Dominaria ultimates, but when it does, they gain an emblem with whenever they draw a card, they can exile a permanent, just any permanent, I think. They start to exile our lands, which is absolutely painful. Super painful. Ratchet Bomb to take out the tokens, the samurais, the sharks. Nah, we're keeping it just as is. Well, there we go. We're on the play, at the very least. Facing off against something I do feel pretty good about. Not so good about those Field of Ruins, but we'll get them. Maybe. Still would be good to have that Pithing Needle. Or perhaps something instead of Thundering Spineback. Some big creature, some option, some card that turns off activated abilities. Planeswalkers, lands, anything like that. To get me out of sticky situations. Better. Well, can't be worse than that. Pretty good. Pretty darn good. Scorpion, how's it going? Hopefully all is well with you. All might not be well with the opponent, but yeah, we'll send Beseju to the bottom. Yeah. I want Sylvan Scrying to search for the second Sunken. See what they destroy, but a hand with 2 Castle Garenbrigs. Oh, so good. Oh my god. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Big time. No Field of... Excuse me, no Field of Ruin. Don't do it. Don't play it. Okay. Oh, and another castle to boot. This is not good. I think, Scorpion, I will have revenge. Oh shucks. Oh boy, I'm just playing Tyrranax Rex. Turn 4. You can't counter it. You can't target it. The only thing they can do is sweep it. They could return it to my hand with a couple various blue-based spells. Hopefully I don't continue to be flooded. That's alright by me. Ooh, we got one hit off. That's all we're looking for. Surprise. Oh yeah, mouse over those lands. What you gonna do? You're gonna dig desperately. But I think I could see myself continually being flooded. Yeah. No. Oh. Now that is interesting. We'll see what they do. Settle the wreckage. Whatever it is. Interesting. That is interesting. Well, we'll see what Commune gets. You know what? We'll wait. I can play anything that Commune grabs. Oh, okay. That's what they're doing. Huh. Are they seriously going to take their entire turn off to pay the ward cost, to target it, to exile it? Okay. Not that bad. Either I draw a T-Rex, Commune digs for a T-Rex, I get a Vaultborn Tyrant. I can play any creature at this point. Okay, that's pretty good. Vaultborn Tyrant, there we go. That is absolutely what I was looking for. Oh, 4 lands, 7 Archdruid's Charm to boot. Also nice. Now, they do have some exile effects. We got to keep that in mind. Field of Ruin, a little bit late at this point. We have lots of lovely stuff. Get lost. Do it. Do it. It's going to feel extra bad. Supreme Verdict, supremely bad. In this case, March of Otherworldly Light. They exile it. And they also had to exile Dovin's Veto. Oh! Yeah, that there. Oh, Scorpion, I think you were my good luck charm. Phew. It was an absolutely terrible hand. No lands whatsoever. And I mulligan. And it's perfect. A little bit less than perfect with everything. But hey, I'm looking at enough to play whatever. Poison and health victory. Yes. That was good. Okay, we just have to do it again. But that darn Field of Ruin. It really does mess us up. I'm still going to probably prioritize a hand with a bunch of lands if it has 2 Castle Garenbrigs. Very, very nice indeed. I still like the Ratchet Bomb. Taking out all the tokens, the Samurai, the Flying Sharks. If we don't put a charge counter on this particular card, if we sacrifice it with no charge counters on, we take out all non-land permanents with a mana value of 0, which means tokens, clue tokens, treasure tokens, creature tokens. Yeah. Field of Ruin and Strip Mine. Oh, that is painful. Rogue's Passage as well. Also, pretty lovely stuff. Paying 3 to make it so a creature can't be blocked. Target creature you control can't be blocked. Something like that. Yeah, okay. We know what we have to do. We know what we can do. Kill him. That's what we can do. Right. I think it's worth a try. I like Sylvan Scrying. I'm gonna... Okay, good. We got the 3rd mana. If they counter Sylvan, we'll see what happens. Oh, they got Field of Ruin. Good, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to not play Castle Garenbrig. Like I said, if you never play it, they can't destroy it. Thumbs up. Oh, and it's back to my turn. Okay, well, I'll search and pay for Sunken Citadel, which I'm sure they're going to destroy, but if they don't, I can make 7. Pretty sure they're going to take it out. Okay, get the job done. Don't get the job done. They must have a counter spell. They would counter what I play, then next turn take out what they need to take out. Okay. If I'm doing nothing, they're doing nothing. Did you think I was going to use Castle? Are you saving that Field of Ruin? Archdruid's Charm, probably to grab Cavern of Souls. That's really what I need to do, which, if I put a Cavern out, 100%, that's got to be drawing out the Field of Ruin, which would then potentially tap them out just enough that would allow me to go with Ghalta Stampede Tyrant next turn. Yeah, you're going to do it. You have a bunch of counter spells. You have to make those counter spells usable. So now I would imagine Cavern is public enemy number 1. Maybe not. Huh. Okay, well, I'm just going to try it. Hope for the best. Too late. They don't have a chance to respond to a land. It's not actually casting a spell. I simply get to activate. I get to make use out of that ability. And I get to do that. I say we go big, we go home. We maximize Vaultborn Tyrant's triggers because I'm putting 2 out. The more out, the merrier. The book, yeah. The boom. That is me, a dinosaur, beating the opponent over their head with lots of lovely damage. And let's see what Commune grabs us. We got another Castle Garenbrig. We got all the man. Oh, I like a good Regisaur Alpha. Yes, please. If they sweep us, whatever. We get 2 Vaultborn copies and we continue to do the trick. Get rid of a Sunken Citadel. I don't really need anything at this point, but there is the point. A lot of points, because dinosaurs have so much teeth. Vicious, ruthless.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Okay. All right. I don't know. Sometimes Field of Ruin is a ruin, but like you saw, like I said exactly, if I never play Castle, they never hopefully use Field. If Castle is never played until the turn you use it, they don't get a chance to respond and take out Castle before you activate its ability. And by the time you activate its ability, when you know you can make 8 and Ghalta can't be countered, it's too late by that point. The opponent sees the Castle. It was revealed with Sylvan Scrying or a Commune with Dinosaurs. So you reveal Castle, the opponent is ready and waiting and waiting and waiting. They're holding up that Field of Ruin. Oh, when this opponent plays Castle Garenbrig, yeah, I'm gonna destroy it. And they're like, oh wait, they haven't played it yet. Oh, okay, I'm gonna wait for Field of Ruin. I'm gonna wait. Boom, dead. There you go. He left us the JP clip. What is JP? I think you might have mentioned this before. I was actually working on a bunch of clips before I started here. I didn't add any new ones, but oh, Jurassic Park. Oh.
Dang!
I am disappointed in myself. I see JP. I should have known instantaneously that it was Jurassic Park, but I'm working on the goat. Oh, absolutely. The too late Field of Ruin. It's good. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, I see that Castle Garenbrig, mister. I'm gonna put a stop to your shenanigans, and then I put a stop to their entire match. That's what I did. But yeah, the OG Jurassic Park. I basically have the Where's the Goat one from the first Jurassic Park, where the T-Rex eats it and it's the chain is just hanging there. Then the leg of the goat falls on the Jeep, and use that clip for right when I'm about to pounce and devastate an opponent. Devastate an opponent like this. Maybe it's Azorius Control. We see a Teferi avatar. It may not matter too much. If Archdruid's Charm goes off, I will be able to make 7 mana. I have a Sunken, a Castle, a Stomping, Archdruids. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All right. The opponent may be dead. They might be dead. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Could they have a Spell Pierce? For 1, we have to pay an extra 2 to do a spell. We'll find out. Okay, they don't. Now, they might be dead. If they use their mana, they're dead. They're dead. I don't think they're going to use their mana. Oh, okay, well, I'll go Tyrranax Rex, and now you're dead. Back to back control opponents, and there's not a single thing they can do. Absolutely, Vaultborn Tyrant beats a lot of Wraths as long as it's destroy effects. If it is an exile-based Wrath, it doesn't get the death trigger of Vaultborn Tyrant to make a copy of itself, but for the most part, yeah. The Goat's Leg to Regisaur landing on the car, yes. It is the Goat. I do like that. And again, we're facing off against Field of Ruin from the opponent, so... Interesting. Interesting that the opponent is probably dead, but we're going to draw out something. We want the opponent to use the mana. We want a turn where we're basically safe to do our thing. Play a scary thing that the opponent can't do anything about, to definitely draw out you-know-what next turn. Supreme Verdict, the opponent would be supremely dead, because they're tapped out, and I have lethal in my hand. Memory Deluge. Search for that Sunfall. Oh, what am I going to do? Sweep me. I want the opponent to sweep me, which is crazy. There, you're dead.
Ruthless aggression.
Yeah, 100%. I like that. I was actually thinking of when the goat's leg lands on the top of the Jeep. It does make a pretty good sound. I can make one of my little dinosaur creatures, fall on that. Syncing it up just with when the sound of the goat leg lands. But, oh, T-Rex. I don't know. Hard to say. I would probably have to choose the scariest looking dinosaur art just to have a pretty good impact. I think Tyrranax Rex might be the scariest. It has an actual, I think it is a Phyrexian in its mouth. I feel like that would be pretty scary. It's eating something, kind of like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park was eating it. Kind of lines up quite nice. And Tyrranax Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex, I mean, that's basically the same name, so I think it's a match made in heaven. It does look like that. Or I use the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World themed mountain, which I do have. It features a Tyrranax Rex right on it, and using the art with the clip, perhaps. Good evening, Hey, you just arrived. Fantastic stuff has happened so far. Devastating stuff. So don't worry, when you watch it back, you're going to be in for a real treat. Probably Ghalta, though. I should probably keep it with one of the Ghaltas, I would imagine. Yeah. That is a hand I'm happy to keep, though, even though it is a little bit light on the lands. If Sylvan Scrying resolves, we're looking at 6. I don't think that's going to happen, but we got him good. That for okay. Maybe it will. Tap some lands. Do it. Okay. Now it's interesting. The question becomes, what would be better to do? Well, wait. If they use their mana for anything, we go Archdruid's Charm. Do a shark. 1/1 shark. Oh, they made a 1/1 shark. There it is. Again, we found the opening. Hashtag pre-recorded. I haven't faced control enough. They can't do anything but watch their chances slip away. Now they could have Field of Ruin. They don't have Field of Ruin out, so I'm gonna think that they don't have it. I'm gonna hope. But if they had a field, maybe I would want another Castle Garenbreak or something like that. What am I playing on turn 4? Again. They could bounce it back to my hand. Ether Gust is a very real possibility. But they can't counter it. They can't target it. See what they have. I'm just happy. I'm really over the moon this evening and tonight, facing 2 control opponents, getting to feature my absolutely favorite matchup and hosing them again and again. Sweep me. If at any point they sweep, they die. Oh, I love it. Test the waters of a counter spell with Vaultborn Tyrant. If they don't do anything, it may mean the opponent has Settle the Wreckage. If they counter it, they might not have. Okay. Well, we'll just keep hitting them. We'll see if Sylvan Scrying draws out a counterspell. We'll definitely dig to grab for Cavern of Souls. Yes, absolutely. Oh, wow, that's neato. I think they're dead. Probably. We'll find out. They have 2 mana. Lots of stuff could happen. We haven't won quite yet, but we probably won.
Good Lord, what is happening in there? You won! You did it! Man, what a night.
control matches take forever. They take half an hour. Not the case when you're playing Stampede Dinos. Ooh, lovely. Good Ghalta. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's what I should think it is called now. Good Ghalta. Great Ghalta. I'm glad it is working out. Again, I like to say it's a small sample size, but since it's the only thing I do, it's not really a small sample size. I know what I can achieve, when I can achieve it, what I want to try, what I want to look out for, what I want to risk as well, statistically speaking. Yeah. Small talk is important too, 100%. Land deck before time. This is before time, kind of, if somehow, some way, Stampede Dinos pops off, which, speaking of, I re-downloaded Magic the Gathering Online, which I haven't been playing for a while, but I bought more cards, I bought everything I need to make the copy of this dinosaur list on Magic the Gathering. I'm going to start playing some Pioneer Leagues, maybe the Pioneer Super Challenge or whatever. So if I get a 5-0 in a Pioneer League or, place pretty high, my name on Magic the Gathering Online is posted to their website. And my account name, for anybody that doesn't know, is Arfie Games YouTube. Literally, one word. So if my name is posted, everybody who sees it knows that I have a YouTube channel. That's thinking ahead of time. And this is a dinosaur deck before time, before it pops off. That's what I'm getting at, if it happens. Oh, I did. I love those movies. My friend was really into it. I think he bought all of them. There's like 12 or 13 or something like that. Yeah. But I'm just seeing some text actually from Aurora Borealis. I gotta go look at the Aurora Borealis. Where I am in Huntsville, Northern Ontario, it might be outside right now, which is crazy. I've never seen it before. Oh, you had it there 3 hours ago. Okay, I think it is something worldwide that I might have heard. Huh. Some sort of like solar flary type thing. Commune to see if it's another sunken. Hopefully a Castle Garen Brig. Whew. We got Carnage Tyrant. Turn 4 coming up. Good. Mono red vampires, potentially. At least this isn't cutting out the stream, so I guess we got to appreciate it. But maybe I can show you guys if I make the screen big enough. Oh, I don't like this. Okay, it's not the end of the world, I hope. Yeah, I'll make myself big enough, and I know this is not the best way to do it, maybe? Too much of a glare. Okay, there you go. You can kind of see it. That is friends of mine, about half an hour away from me. Ooh, beautiful. Really, really bright. For those of you that caught it, but let's get back in action. Oh, what you gonna do? Attack into that? You're not. Okay. Commune to search for sunken. Dead. We wait. If they can't kill us, we might have got him. Oh boy. I hope. I can make 9 mana next turn, which is pretty sweet. Okay, not dead yet. Don't worry. I think we're safe. We're at 12, but this is some sort of mono red aggro. They certainly can't bust through Carnage Tyrant. They can't kill it with removal because they can't target it, and it's a decent body being 7/6. Okay. We just gotta live. 6. 10. We should be able to just block Defiler of Instinct and be okay. Maybe. Cross your fingers. Okay, 10. Well, also rough. Making that Devilish Valet big. Goes to 4 power, doubles its power. So hopefully another creature doesn't enter. It would go from 4 to 8, and then we'd probably be dead. Maybe. Almost. It's going to be super close. Six. Oh, okay. Okay. Not too bad. Not dead yet. Eight, 9. I think that's exactly it. Unfortunately. So incredibly close. If only we had lived. Oh, almost dead. Nuts. We'll get him next time. Where is it? Devilish Valley. Whenever another creature enters, Torpor Orb shuts it off. Charming Scoundrel enters, shuts it off. Okay, that's not an enter the battlefield effect. But you get the idea. I think Torpor Orb might be the way to go. Thundering Spineback. Nah, we'll trim that. Ratchet Bomb also could be quite nice. Lots of tiny creatures, but also Hornet Queen. Oh, I'm eyeing up that Hornet Queen too. Nah, maybe not. I don't want Torpor Orb to hurt too many things. And I did have that Ratchet Bomb to bring in if I'm also bringing in the Torpor Orb, but I just want to see how it goes right now. This is probably a bad idea because only Archdruid's Charm could take out the Torpor Orb, which I did get. And I did get a nice hand. We'll see how it goes. Definitely. Play the Sunken first, Stomping second. We'll search for that Castle Garenbrig. And if we need to play the Torpor Orb, yeah, we'll do it. Take the hit with Stomping Ground, just in case I draw Archdruid's Charm. I definitely would want to go with that on turn 3. And then grab another Sunken and then be able to play Tyrranax Rex. It would be good. But I could also go Castle Garenbrig next turn and play Torpor Orb because I will be able to play Carnage Tyrant on turn 4. And I may want to stop some of the stuff that this opponent is doing. You know what, let's do it. Just in case. Oh boy. Here goes nothing. I would imagine the opponent also could have some sort of removal against it. But we stopped the Devilish Valet, we stopped the Charming Scoundrel. A couple things. Enough things. A Braid. Which is pretty good. Of course, Torpor Orb hurts me quite a bit, but it also hurts the opponent. I'm only bringing it in. Okay, I gotta do it. I'm only bringing it in against opponents that I really need it against. So chances are the opponent might help me out. Taking out my own torpor. Okay, yeah, we stopped those enter the battlefield effects. Good, good, good. We're not dead. We would be dead because a lot of creatures entered the battlefield with the Devilish Valet there. But if we get Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, they're dead. Ghalta, Ghalta, Ghalta. Oh, yeah, okay, okay. That sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. I have a good time. I always have a good time. Yeah. Can't win them all, but you can almost always win against Control when you play this deck. Lovely, lovely stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna hop outside. I'll end it there for tonight. I want to see if the Aurora is still going on. Hopefully I didn't miss it too much, but even if I did, this is what it's all about here. Having a good time chatting, devastating many opponents, getting there quite consistently. You don't always get there, but every deck doesn't always get there. So yeah, hopefully any of you guys who did happen to see the Aurora, excuse me, it was good. And yeah, not good with cold climates. I love cold, I love hot, I love just about anything. Just happy to be alive, I guess, and playing, loving life. Right, everybody watching right now, later on, take a big bite out of that like button if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Have a good rest of your time zone. Get some good rest. And happy Friday. Peace.